Y'all are really sleeping on me. Y'all sleeping. Y'all need to wake up. Oh, spoiler alert. If you haven't watched any of these movies, I am going to be mentioning certain scenes from the movie. So if you are kind of trying to avoid spoilers or mild spoilers for movies, maybe don't watch this. But if you're okay with a little bit of tidbits here and there, continue on. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your boy, Bangooza, otherwise known as B. Tommy B. That's good. So I needed to take a break from the face paint because it was already starting to make me break out because I'm allergic to it. Yeah, I still put it on my face, so consequences. You might not see because I'm wearing a crap ton of foundation, so the beauty of makeup. That's the one thing that sucks about wearing or doing special effects makeup with face paint is because A, I don't wear makeup normally, and B, I like how I'm doing A and B. I'm so stupid. A, I don't wear makeup throughout the day-to-day, and I am allergic to the face paint, so just check before you put it all over your face to see if you get a real bad allergy. So today we're gonna just do a little sit down video. I wanted to share my top 5 scary movies for this Halloween season. Now, they're in no particular order. They're all my favorites. And there's obviously many more, but I thought it would be a super long video if I just listed all my favorite scary movies. So these are just what I'm watching right now. And yeah, this video is dark and spooky. Oh my god, I need to get it together. Okay, so the first movie I wanted to mention is actually one of the scariest movies to me, and no one ever agrees with me. My first movie is The Grudge, and I know everyone says it's not a scary movie, but that is the #1 scariest movie to me in the whole entire world. I lean more towards finding supernatural horror scary than more of the gore side, but this movie truly, literally for life, has scarred me. One of the most prominent scenes for me in the movie was the shower scene where she's like grabbing at her hair from behind. I think I talked about this in the pumpkin carving video, I think, but literally I had to, when I was in I think it was middle school maybe, I was so terrified of this movie that when I would go to shower, I couldn't shower, so I would have to sit in front of the faucet with the curtain wide open, and I would grab the water with my hand and kind of splash it on me and get the soap and splash it on me like a scared chipmunk at the watering hole trying not to get eaten, or I don't know, whatever. It's because of this specific scene that I literally I couldn't shower normally like a regular person for 2-3 months. It was terrifying. I think it's so underrated how in The Grudge, it was one of the first movies that I had seen where they continuously put the the villain or the ghost in certain spots through the movie, and I didn't even notice that until I rewatched the movie multiple times, where I would see her and she would be chilling in a coat rack, or they had turned and just incognito, they didn't even point it out in the movie, but it was just, oh, I'm starting to get creeped out just thinking about, I'm literally starting to get creeped out thinking about this. Woo! I am literally getting creeped out thinking about this movie. When she was literally just behind her or something, and it was just the fact that the ghost was always there and always following her, and no matter where any of the characters went, they were never safe. If they locked their door, or the scene where that girl was in her bed and the grudge crawls through the sheets, and then she takes her and she disappears in her own goddamn bed. That terrifies me. Oh my god, I gotta stop thinking about it. Okay. Everyone always laughs at me about how terrified I am of this movie, but it literally top number one scary movie to me is The Grudge. Now, number 2 is also supernatural horror, but it's a little bit more recent. I wasn't even I knew that the movie, okay, so number 2 is Hereditary. Now, before I had watched Hereditary, I had heard of it. I knew like that there was a movie out called Hereditary, whatever. And then I just stumbled upon it while I was like looking on Amazon Prime Video, and I was like, okay, I'll watch this. I didn't even know it was like supernatural horror. I thought it was just like a psychological, like effed up family. And the way that it progresses, like it starts out kind of like a psychological horror where you're thinking like, what's wrong with these people? Like, why are they like that? And then it kind of makes you think like, oh, maybe that's like a cult movie. And then the way it progresses into the big explosion at the end of like all this crazy supernatural possession phenomenon, like it was so well done. I think that the way that they wrote, produced, edited the whole movie was amazing. I think the acting was great. Literally the scene where she's like screaming at her son at the dinner table is everywhere on the internet because it's so good. And I don't think they won enough. I think they should have won literally every award that was possible for that movie because it terrified me. My number one scariest moment from that movie, and I think it's just kind of underrated, was when, I think the scariest part for me was when she was crawling like on the ceiling, but you could barely see her in the background, and they were like trying to find her. Like I think that's probably what scares me, is like when the character doesn't know that the monster or the ghost or whatever it is behind them, and they continue like walking around. Like that's terrifying. I'm literally looking in the viewfinder to make sure that like I can watch gory movies, but they don't really terrify me like that. They just kind of, I mean, I'm more squeamish than anything, so I just kind of get grossed out instead of scared. But this movie had a decent amount of everything. Like the gore in it was well done, but not overdone. The suspense was there, and then the possession parts, and it was very, very well done. So apparently we're just going to be doing all ghost and possession movies in this video because I just looked at my list and they're all like scary ghost stories. So maybe I'll do another one about slasher movies that I love. Next one, I just watched recently on Amazon Prime. I watched it while I was editing videos for actually 31 Days of Halloween, and I was trying to put it on in the background because I wanted to watch it, but I also was too busy, and it literally was so scary to me that like I had to watch it in 4 separate days in order for me to handle it. The third movie that I wanted to mention was The Possession of Hannah Grace. The movie, first of all, stars Shay Mitchell, which is an absolute queen. If I was straight, I would marry her. Actually, I could probably like throw my sexuality to the side just to marry her because she's a goddess. Like I feel like everyone should want to be her or be with her. You know what I'm saying? She's just amazing. I think this was one of the first scary movies that I watched that the possessed person actually like had supernatural powers to like kill people, which was really interesting. Normally when I watch possession movies, the demon or whatever takes over the body, and then they start like, they do the crawling around or whatever, or they manipulate their own body. But it was the first time that I had seen them manipulate someone else's body to the point where it was fatal, which was really interesting. I thought that was cool. It had a lot of really good scenes and a lot of good parts. The one thing I didn't like was that she was a cop. She could have been a pediatrician for all I care. Number 4 is actually one of my top favorite movies, and it's no longer on Netflix anymore. I believe it's called The Taking of Deborah Logan. So the movie is about a film crew that goes to, it's set up like a documentary, and it's like a film crew that goes to do a documentary about this woman who has Alzheimer's, I think is how you say it. And it's her and her daughter that live in this house, and she's just at the beginning of, she just got diagnosed with Alzheimer's, and the story kind of starts out with them, you know, thinking that all of her weird, you know, quirks are because of her Alzheimer's, but then she starts doing these really weird things, and then waking up in the night and moving around the house, and just the way it was shot was actually kind of beautifully done, if I want to say that for talking about a scary movie. But yeah, it was really well done. They did a great job. Really cool how they did like her mouth opening wide and then she was popping up out of nowhere. That was really good. There was a decent amount of good jump scares in that movie. Unfortunately, I don't know where to find it because it's not on Netflix anymore, so I couldn't watch it this Halloween season, so I'm kind of like looking to buy it, so we'll see. And the last one I want to talk about is actually a classic, and I had forgot about this movie until 2 days ago when one of my friends, we were talking about our favorite scary movies, and she actually brought this up. So my last one, and definitely not the least, is the movie 13 Ghosts. This was one of the earliest memories I have of watching something that was actually like a scary movie. I just remember specific parts. Like, I remember being genuinely scared of like the naked woman with her like boobies out and she had like slashes on her body and she was a ghost. That was actually pretty terrifying for me. That was my first real memory of me being scared of something for like a month or so after. And I really liked the idea that the house was kind of a puzzle that was set up, and like certain parts would lock after certain parts would open, and the house was set up to automatically move by itself. So I thought that was pretty interesting. That kind of scared me because I'm kind of claustrophobic, so the idea of being stuck in a room that I can't get out of was terrifying, on top of the ghosts that were in the house. I would definitely give these movies a try. Watch them, see if you like them. Also, if you have any suggestions for a good ghost movie or a movie about possession or ghosts, if you have a good suggestion about any supernatural horror movies, please comment down below. I love watching them, even if they're not that well done. I just kind of, you know, like scaring myself. So please leave a comment. I hope you guys are liking my videos so far. If you like this video, please give it a like and subscribe for more content this Halloween and, you know, more in general. And I hope you guys are enjoying the month and you're having a great day. And yeah, all right. Love you. Bye.